Imagine you're on a first date. You ask, "How do I look?" And instead of the usual, "You look great," he looks you dead in the eye and says, "The dress is okay, but I'm actually just thinking about my ex and how much I hate your laugh." Welcome to the most dangerous 24 hours in human history. Tonight, we're running a simulation. A global biological glitch has just deleted the lie function from the human brain. No white lies, no "I'm on my way" when you're still in the shower, and definitely no political campaign promises. In the next 12 minutes, we are going to witness the total collapse of the social contract. We'll see why the global economy is actually a giant game of pretend, why every marriage on Earth is about to hit a brick wall, and why, ironically, the truth might be the very thing that destroys us. If the truth sets us free, why does it feel like we're about to walk into an active volcano? Let's find out. 8 a.m. The glitch hits. You wake up next to your partner. They ask if you still find them attractive. 24 hours ago, you had a script. Now you're a biological truth bomb. "Honey, you look like a tired potato and I've been faking interest in your stamp collection for 6 years. In the first 2 hours, the global divorce rate would spike by 400%. But it's not just marriages. Think about your job. You walk into the office, your boss calls a sync meeting to discuss synergy. Boss, I called this meeting to feel important. You. And I'm only here so I don't starve, but I've actually been looking for a new job on company time for months. The corporate world is built on a foundation of professional politeness, which is just a fancy word for mutual lying. Without it, the global economy doesn't just slow down, it stops. How can you sell a product, sign a contract, or lead a team when everyone is busy admitting they have no idea what they're doing? Let's move from the office to the courtroom. This is where the simulation gets chaotic. Imagine a defense lawyer standing before a judge. "Your Honor, my client is, well, he definitely did it. He told me he enjoyed it, and honestly, I'm only here because I have a massive gambling debt and need the retainer." The entire justice system is built on the right to remain silent, but in our simulation, silence isn't an option. If someone asks you, "Did you do it?" the truth just spills out like a broken dam. By noon, every unsolved cold case in history is solved. Prisons fill up in hours, but here's the twist. So do the cells for the people running the prisons. When the politicians, the judges, and the police chiefs are forced to admit their own skeletons, who is left to turn the key? We'd have a world where everyone is a criminal and no one is a judge. Now let's check the news. Imagine a presidential press conference in the middle of this glitch. Reporter, "Mr. President, why are we really going to war?" President, "Because my poll numbers are low and the defense contractors promised me a seat on their board after I retire." A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes. Well, today, the truth is wearing rockets. Diplomacy? Gone. Imagine the UN summit. Instead of "we are concerned about regional stability," it's "we want your minerals and we think your national anthem sounds like a dying cat." In a world of absolute truth, a world war wouldn't start because of an invasion. It would start because an ambassador told a prime minister that his hair transplant looks like a lawnmower accident. The curiosity loop. If every secret treaty and backroom deal is suddenly public, does the world find peace, or does the world find a reason to press the red button before the 24 hours are even up? Now, look at your phone. Marketing is just a polite term for professional manipulation, but today, it is a global self-roast. Imagine a commercial break where the mask finally slips. "Drink our soda. It is mostly flavored chemicals and enough sugar to make your heart skip a beat. We spent millions on this ad so you will forget that tap water is actually better for you." The stock market would not just crash, it would look like the heart monitor of a dying star. Every CEO would have to admit their eco-friendly labels are just green paint. They would confess your smartphone was designed to die in 700 days just so you'll buy the new one. Think about high-end fashion. A designer admits, "This bag costs $12 to make in a sweatshop, but I put a logo on it and now you will pay 2 months of rent for it because you are terrified of being irrelevant." Then there's Instagram without filters. No more living my best life captions. Instead, the truth. I took 400 photos of the salad just to prove I'm successful, but I'm actually miserable. The influencer economy evaporates because its product isn't lifestyle, it's envy built on a lie. Could capitalism survive 24 hours of honesty? Or is the economy just a game of musical chairs where everyone is lying about the chairs left? Without the lie of perceived value, our expensive things are just expensive trash. But let's be real, there is a biological reason we evolved to lie. It's the oil in the engine of civilization. Psychologists call them pro-social lies, the invisible stitches holding our feelings together. We use them to protect egos and keep the peace. Think about a doctor. In a world of truth, there is no "we will do our best." There is only "you have 18 days left, and right now I'm just thinking about my lunch." Think about a parent looking at a child's drawing. This is a terrible use of a crayon, and it's going in the bin the moment you fall asleep. Even technology turns on us. Alexa suddenly says, "I'm recording your conversations to sell you better socks." We built a world on terms and conditions that we never read and they never follow. Without the ability to lie, we lose our social buffer. We become raw and cruel. If you knew every dark thought your best friend had about you during a 5-minute talk, could you ever look them in the eye again? The truth is a beautiful concept, but today, it's a weapon. The filter that keeps society civil vanishes. We realize most experts are just guessing, most leaders are faking it, and our universal truths are just popular opinions. If we lose the myths that hold us together, do we get clarity or just chaos? It's 11:59 p.m. The world is a wreck of broken friendships and awkward silences. When the clock strikes midnight and the ability to lie returns, will we take it back? Could you go back to "I'm fine" after telling the world you feel like a ghost trapped in a meat suit? Maybe this was a necessary global forest fire, or more likely, we would realize we cannot handle the heat and never make eye contact again. We spend our whole lives searching for truth, but we're terrified of what it looks like without its makeup. We want the truth only if it doesn't hurt. So, would you survive the day of truth? Try it for an hour. Don't be a jerk, but don't lie. Tell me your most dangerous truth in the comments. The simulation is almost over. Like, subscribe, and stay honest, because tomorrow the mask goes back on and we return to comfortable deceptions that shield us from unbearable reality once more.